Today we're going to discuss personal development at work. Tonight, Jerry and I were getting ready to shoot, and we were discussing how we're now a little over 7 months into the Self-Awareness 101 series, or at least from when we released the very first episode. And for an introductory series to self-awareness, we've covered a lot of topics. And as we were talking, one of the things that came up was, a lot of times people learn great skills, and it can be from going to a seminar or reading a book or watching a series like this. And it's very easy to practice those skills when you're sitting there focusing on them. But once you leave that learning environment and get back into your regular environment, it's also easy to forget those skills. So what I wanted to talk about today is applying the things that you've learned, bringing personal development at work. I believe that's probably one of the greatest training grounds for applying the things that we've learned. And I say that because, number one, many of us spend more than 40 hours a week at our jobs. We've got every kind of stimulus that happens there. We've got superiors that we have to deal with. We've got subordinates that we have to deal with. We've got people that we connect with and resonate with. And we've got people who get under our skin just with the sound of their voice. We've got projects that have deadlines. We've got goals. We've got every area possible to apply the things that we've learned. And many times we are so conditioned to how we work in that environment that we forget to bring these skills to work with us. A lot of times our work environment is totally counterintuitive, conducive to the things that we've been working on. For me personally, as many of you have been following the series know, my introduction to the immersion of self-awareness was by spending almost 2 months in a drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. Now, I don't know if I've shared this in the past, but the day that I got out of rehab, I had to go back to work. And at that time, my profession was, I was a musician who played in bars. So I was walking out of the safest and the most supportive environment in the world and going into the most toxic environment in the world, literally within 3 to 4 hours. So I had to really prepare myself of how I was going to bring all these skills and all these new belief systems and these new approaches to living to my work environment. And there were some specific things that I did that allowed me to do that. I would actually make sure that on the way to the club that I would prepare myself of saying, okay, I'm going to look for opportunities tonight to practice this one specific skill. And my focus would be on that already when I walked into the club. So I would be looking on how could I bring that new part of myself into that environment. There were some other things that I also did. If I had times that would be getting hard for me, when I had a break from stage, I would go back into the dressing room and I would actually fill my head by reading positive information, AA literature, or inspirational quotes. Now, hopefully most of you are not going to have as toxic a workplace to go into as I did. And I also want to stress that you have such a great opportunity for growth by applying personal development skills at work. As an example, I think pretty much everybody has someone at work that when you interact with them, you just get that, oh God, here we go again. Because the interaction is almost a complete replay every time that you do it. And that would be a perfect place for you to apply what you've learned in the episode on active listening skills, of how to break that pattern of preparing your response while they're talking, presuming what they're going to say, and actually get into the process of listening with them. Or maybe your job is one that can really stress you out at times. You could practice the basic meditation exercises that we have given. Now, again, I'm guessing that if you're watching this series, there are many different skills and strategies that you're studying, not just the stuff here on Self-Awareness 101. What I'm suggesting to you is using work as a place that gives you the opportunity to apply what you've learned. You know, there's a phrase in AA literature that says we practice these principles in all our affairs. You know, we learn to be accepting, and we aren't just accepting when it's convenient. We learn to be accepting in every area of our lives, in our relationships, in our home life, in our work environment, when we're driving on the highway and somebody cuts us off. We practice these principles in every area of our life. Applying personal development at work will help you grow tremendously. You know, take a look back at some of the episodes that we've done. Maybe it's dealing with external resistance if you do have a stressful workplace or a toxic environment that you go into. Learning how to create a supportive environment. Basic meditation exercises like we talked about, active listening skills. Bring these lessons that you've learned into your daily life. So one of the things I suggest for you this week, and I do this every day when I go to work, I prepare myself by setting up my focus for the day. And that focus being, how can I bring who I am at home, these areas that I work on constantly, how can I bring them into my work environment? How can I be more aware of communicating effectively with those around me, of bringing peace to myself and to others? So again, I invite you to look back through some of the past episodes. You know, find those areas that you know you struggle with at work and use as an opportunity for growth. I look forward to your feedback. I look forward to hearing how you've applied personal development at work. And I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Take care. For a transcription of the video you just watched, more videos, and related articles, visit yourdailylifecoach.com. To comment on this video, select Discussion Forums on any page of our website.